I didn't see anything that I needed to worry about. I'd sure like to be able to see this a little bit better. I didn't see anything to stop me. I didn't see any rain on the radar. I didn't see anything. I didn't look at the weather. I look at the actual radar. See if there's any rain on the radar. I just said, if you go to WHIO radar, you're just looking, and if you see green, well, you see rain that's moving this way. I don't go by what the weather says. I go by what the radar says. Fuck what the weather says. I didn't see any rain moving, so I couldn't see any rain anywhere near Ohio, so I'm not too worried. Now it can change, but a cold front or something moves in, but right now it looks good. I got about 2 hours I can be out here. I can't go too much farther. I wanted to go farther last time I came out this way, so I haven't went as far as I went last time, but I'll have to save that exploration for another day. Today's just about getting out and enjoying the outside. That's all it's about. Let's get outside and enjoy it. Try to enjoy the outdoors on a beautiful day. You know, it seems like it gets hot so quick that I think I can make this light or make this. Nope. Here comes a car. I think I'm in Tip City. I almost feel like just saying hell with it and just exploring the city. But the bumps are too hard on. I'd love to go down this country road too, but it's dangerous. Fuck. It's just too bumpy, and it's liable to smack my selfie stick. Because I have it cranked up at about 2 feet high. My butt's starting to hurt really bad though. I'm not used to being on a bike. I'm trying to stay off of it as much as I can. I'm just going to enjoy the outdoors. It's just about enjoying the scenery. Just being glad I'm out and about. Outside on a beautiful day. I feel like another fire tonight, to be honest. I'm going to go down to Dubes and get a couple of the steaks and cook them on my fire. It'll only be about midnight by the time I get back. Actually, be later now. What did I say? Hell if I know. What the hell's with the...
You're hungry. Yeah.
What the hell with all the tattoos nowadays, man? I'm so tired of it. wish I had somewhere else to put my knife. I think I'm gonna put my knife on top of the charger. Keeps biting into my ass. I got a pocket knife. Yeah, I guess. Just gonna lash my pocket knife on top of my flashlight, on top of my charger, on top of, I have my flashlight that goes on my bike, then I got my charger. Damn, I'm down to 68%. I want it accessible in case the worst would happen. I want to be able to pull it out fast. That's why I had it in my pocket. It doesn't do no good if it's in your bag. You can't get at it for 30 seconds. It's for protection. And away we go. Let's just enjoy this for however long we got it. I don't know how long this battery will last. That's my only worry. I'm not worried about the rain. I'm just worried about my battery. As soon as it gets a little darker, I can cut my screen resolution down. I'm already to the point I can barely see what you guys see. What do we got? Hello from London. What's up? Must be dark in London by now. Yeah, definitely. No. Yeah, they're ahead of us, yeah. Yeah, I wish the bike you could sit more straight up on a bike. Got some bad bumps here I'm gonna try to miss. Nope. Got a little bridge here. What the hell is this place? Is this someone's home? I don't know what the hell it is. I have no idea what it is. Looks like somebody built a trail or something. Oh, there's firewood down there. I'm totally confused. Huh. Oh, I think I'm gonna walk for a second. They're doing something over here. I have no idea what it is. This must go back someplace. Let's see what this is. Some sort of trail they built back in here. Oh, it's this guy, this bearded guy. See him? That's him. He's out. There's a picture of him right there. That's him. Right there. Whoever this guy in the beard right here, see him? Oh, you can't see it, can you? Yeah, we've had spring. It's been spring for a long time. See this guy right here? Roger Presley, the Markham community. He's out here right now. He's making this trail or something. That's him right there. There's an article about him. Yeah, he's right there. The bearded guy. It says, Roger Presley leaving a mark on the community. He didn't arrive until Tip City until later in life. But through hard work and love of the outdoors, leaving a mark on the community with the nature trails and a legacy gift for long-term care. Presley lived in several states before moving to Mississippi in 2005. He's used his time wisely. He will direct his estate. Oh, maybe he owns that land there. So this is called the Roger, that's him right here, the Roger Presley Trail. So he made this trail. It must be his land. All this is about him right here. Huh. Well, let's go listen to the story, get him on camera here. I almost blew by this. Hello.
Looky here.
Hello.
I like that. No, I like your bike. I'm looking at this robot. Here, let me move this out of your way.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just.
What is that robot you got on that bike?
This is a live stream on Twitch.
Is it what?
Live stream.
So you can video?
It's a live stream. People can watch it. There's some guy from London watching right now.
Well, show him the Roger Presley.
That's what I was doing.
Oh, really?
I said, here's an article. This guy right here, and there he is, right there.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I've been here 5 years. You're going down the trail.
I was just more interested in seeing you.
Oh, okay.
Putting you on camera.
Well, yeah, you can put me on camera.
Is that okay?
I've been here hundreds of years. Have a great night, everybody.
I don't got.
Yeah, I'm 287 years old now. Yeah. Well, that's the shed the city gave us. And one of the ladies, Marilyn Richards, she closed down Happenstance here in the middle of town.
I was trying to see how many.
She donated out of the Lesher Fund, which is the foundation of Tip City, and the foundation is run through Heather Bailey, as you've seen up there in the sign. And what happens then is that it goes into the foundation, pulls these into 18 other parts. This is a conservatory property. It was bob-wired in and was a war trail for the Native American Indians. And
okay.
It's the bloodiest trail in Ohio.
Really?
And in Columbus has got some mark in the archives. It's so deep, it's unbelievable that no one's ever asked. And I pulled maps from bridges being tore out of here, like New Carlisle Pike Bridge, way over there at 571. It's 1 mile from where we're standing, clear across Freeman's Trail. That's Freeman's Prairie. And then all this was circled in barbed wire along the river and down around the honeysuckle here. And there's a grass road down here that goes up to that mound, because these were mound builders. These were the Hopis. These were the Miamis. These were where all the teepees in the villages was, and all the stone artifacts and everything was here.
Wow.
All that was ripped out and was the foundation of Tip City before the bloodbath of them exterminating them.
Wow.
And that's why they went across the river to Honey Creek and Lost Creek. And because those were Indian tribes over there. And so those 7 tribes, that last big tree was the last powwow of Mother Earth right over here.
Oh, really?
And that's where the 7 tribes gathered. And that's why in Tip City they got the 7 names. And
really?
Comanche. Up in front of the Windridge Apartments, there's a map and you can
Really?
see them all on it. And this trail does not have any arrowheads or nothing because it was wrapped in barbed wire on both sides. It took me a year just to get the barbed wire off the river and this side. And Conservatory owned it, and until it was made sensible and where people could get through there and make a nice trail, me and the city manager did it in secret for 3 years, and then the Conservatory managers seen it and said, hey, it's pretty nice. So we need to give it a name if you guys want it for Tip City's border. And we'll just give it your name, Roger. Since you built it, it took you about 4 years, and then here the 5th year now, we've went into advertising, bringing in the sheds to keep it clean, keep it nice. People have donated, I've donated, I'm a volunteer, first in 50 years here in Tip City. And I was glad because my uncles used to come here and work for the Corps of Engineers and get rifles and blankets and traps and go back down into the mountains of Tennessee, Black Mountain, and around Harlem, Kentucky, where all my people were from. And they would almost all of them's coal miners, stump blowers, and stuff like that. They were tunnel rats that come in from Ireland during the potato blight. And then the rest of them were, I'm of the Muskogean Creek Native American Indian tribes. And my grandmother's a full blood. So
Really?
I have the instinct to come here and do this. After 30 years of drywall in Palm Beach for the millionaires and billionaires, and one of my best clients was Donald Trump.
Really?
And Donald Trump, I did his Twin Towers, and right across from him is the FBI U.S. Marshal building. He knows that, and if he's listening, he knows. He's building a wall, I'm building a trail. Simultaneously, same time. And you know, they're both right and they're both wrong, because you know a lot of people here tip 25% don't want it, 75% do, because I messed their drinking fishing holes up. And these boys at the VA and these boys over here at the Eagles and 2 bars, they like to drink. I don't drink, I'm sorry, but I hate to mess your fishing holes up, boys, but you know, families don't have nowhere to go. You go to the mall, there's an epidemic, and they spend money. Here they don't have to spend money and got 4 or 5 kids. They love it. They love seeing the snakes hang in the trees. I mean, the animals ain't dead no more. They're coming back to life. The rabbits, the squirrels. It got 3 eagles every day screaming right above me right here.
Wow.
I got beaver down there cutting trees down there like they're crazy or something. And they're making little dams and raising babies. You got bobcats screaming like wild women down there in the mornings and
Are you
evenings.
serious?
And the fog is here so thick in the morning.
You got bobcats?
Yeah, they got bobcat. The original I thought they were Ohio Panthers or something that was from a long time, but they ain't. They're extinct. They're gone. So the bobcats, pretty much.
Are they very big?
So Tim Eggleston is the city manager, and he put me a picnic table place to sit. He said, "Take a pickaxe, knock it down, I'll send you a table." Bam! He sent me a table. Bam! Sent me a garbage can. The man has been good to me. Tim Eggleston is one of the best managers of anything. I think he ought to run for whatever he runs, win first prize, because to me he's my best friend. He's a good person. And I drive that van here on weekends on the prairie. Try to stay out of their way 5 days a week, because they cut that grass right there for police. There was 30-some mile markers for the Red Devil girls and Red Devil boys to run this, 30-some exits in there. Now most of them exits we're going to try to put in flowers and trees and whatever we can for the children. And we got he had sent down a guy named Tony. It's over some parks that tells the guys to cut grass, you know, and they don't really work. They just supervise, you know, and they just drive around. You do this, you do that. But I went out here and did the grunt work. So 1 through 9, I had to move 5 of these. They were poured in concrete. And got a guy about your size to help me pull them, dig them out of the ground, because it was concrete. They made them heavy. To put them in the right places to where I take the mean kids after school once a month and bring them down here. And the electric company here cuts the trees for Tip City. They come down here and give me fresh oak trees. Oak takes forever to deteriorate. So this mulch has been here for over a year. And so this is the best. And so the whole trail was like that for a while. But we're getting in hundreds of people a day. This place is growing globally. It's growing so fast, it's unbelievable. And it's of every race, creed, and kind of people, and that's what it's designed for.
So how far does it go back and down?
It goes exactly 1 mile from where we're standing, right over there, that car you see way over on 571. You see them cars across that Freeman's Prairie around that corner?
So does it circle back around, or does it?
This whole thing goes all the way around. Now it's further back there than what you think it is. Now you can ride that bike all the way, and you'll come out in the open, then you'll come right down in the woods again, and come right back up, and you'll come to a plateau overlooking the Miami River, coming into a snake tongue, coming down a man-made river that used to have the barges pulled the mules up through there when there wasn't no trees there at one time, and honeysuckle's not native here. And so honeysuckle wasn't there, and none of them trees were there, because these Indians had this place clean. And this was nice. And if you look at the old archives of the lean-tos and the fortresses that the Native American Indian built, they built some of the finest structures you could ever imagine. They're very smart people, know 5, 6 languages, dealing with all races of people coming into this country with a 40,000 year spiritual belief in the Creator. The Creator is what I believe in, and the Creator helps us create what I've created, and I work and do His powers, His magics, because to me, my love is with Him and His love is with me. And this is why this gets done for the elders and the children and people like me and you in between that have money and time should donate it to this and keep it and preserve it, nature, because this is what's going to make it a long time. And what happens is this will never die. This went into the foundation. Like I say, this is in a $3 million, 18 other park register now. It went in there, and the city mayor, Joe Gibson, greatest mayor now running for commissioner. He should be the president, you know, as far as I'm concerned, or Gibson, either one. Both of them I vote for. But, you know, they made this happen because they walk down this trail and they like it. And they're good old country boys. I think Gibson's from up at state Michigan. He likes to fish and hunt. He's a good guy. And Gibson, same way. He's a good family man. He runs with his daughter and wife. And that's a great thing if you can run a place like this for a mile and run back and run a couple miles with your family every day. And that's why I stay down here and do what I can do. I got emphysema.
Oh,
I'm on SSDI, and I have been for the last 12 years. And, you know, I'm going on 62 now, and I'm getting older, but the trail's gotten done. So when I get to where I have to get a wheelchair and a breathing machine, right here it is. We all can go down it. We all can gather at the river. I don't care if you're a Christian, Muslim, or a Jew. You're more than welcome here at our drum circles and where we play flutes here.
Oh, do you?
And you can hear the babies squalling down there, and you'll see the carriages being pushed through. We got a handicap track right here. Boy Scouts have got 3 Eagle badges, one for that sign they made up there, so I put advertisement in there for the graffiti. And then down there it's got the trail log. They put $7,000 the Boy Scouts did.
Wow.
And their parents come here and help them boys and girls put that in there, and that's the greatest thing I ever seen. This is all artesian wells, and I just cleaned out from underneath the bridge here. That's an artesian water well.
Oh,
that was a canal where the boats turned around. That dam busted.
Whoa.
This was all covered in weeds the first week of April. They just got permits pulled for this big shed here. It holds, you know, a lot of my wore-out tools. I keep the good stuff at the house, 'cause, you know.
Yeah, someone might break in.
Yeah, so you know we keep it safe and everything, and so you're talking to us. He's got me in England right now talking to the.
Well, yeah, I got one person from England. They're all from all over.
Talking global about the trail. He's going to go down and film it.
Yeah, it's a live stream basically.
I'll put it on Facebook, something good, because you know a lot of people that's into bad habits. I'm sorry for them, but people come here, you know, they get balanced in their mind. They don't have to have bad habits. They come down and see the nature and the animals and young people, and get back in focused in their life. You know, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of kids come down here. One mom or dad with suicide notes laying up and down the trail, and I've sat and talked to them, and you know, it brought them back up there and put them back in college. You put them back doing their art and their crafts and whatever they do best. And I'd rather see them. And across the streets, the Red Devil Ballpark, where you got mom and dad love you. But these guys, you know, if dad left, mom turned alcoholic, and the boy or girl ain't got no mom and dad no more. I mean, I was raised by mean people, so I left home early. And I made it good because I worked. You know, sometimes if you just work and keep your mouth shut and keep working, maybe you'll make it all right. You know, without dealing drugs, making $300 a day. I made $300 a week, and you know, I survived it. So, you know, I had all my friends are dead because of drugs. And the only thing I can say about drugs is just don't do them.
Yeah.
And get with people who like nature, crafts, arts, make jewelry, make arts, make crafts, you know, help somebody. You know, and what you do is pray for them that can't pray for themselves and the ones that should. And that way you'll live a long life without hurting like most people do. You know, I don't hurt because the Creator takes care of me. And if I didn't believe in the Creator, there wouldn't be nothing to believe in. So, you know, and me being with the Native Indian peoples and the powwow, you know, I believe that way. I believe they're real because it's 40,000 year belief. You know, and sure there's a Jesus Christ. And sure he walked. I mean, I'm sure the Jews know it, and I'm sure the Muslims know it, and the Catholics know it, and everybody's happy with that. And we shouldn't fight about religion. That's why all the churches are empty, because they don't have something like this. When I was a little boy, 7 years old, down in the mountains of Tennessee. Everybody wore this black hat. All the men did. And all the men and women wore black and white, and they rode mules and horses to a field like that. And they shot guns and brought picnics. And they stayed and they read out of the Bible. Each adult, each family did. And if each family needed something, a house built, they all built a house. Nowadays, there's nobody going to do much for you unless you know them pretty good. And then they might do something for you. But they always seem to got their hand out. All the people that's come here, a lot of them's had their hand out. And the city manager said, no, if you can't do it out of your heart, we don't want you doing it. And I've had people come here to rush in their life making money. And I wish I hadn't even asked them to come down and do anything, because they did more damage to the place than they did help me. It's like I prayed this morning a man would come and help me lift stones. So he's half Viking and half Sweden. He picked these stones up like no other man could have done it today. And he had the belt on and everything. He was a weightlifter. He was gifted here. The magics work through the Creator's power if you let them. If you pray for what's real will come. But you got to sincerely keep that. You can't go out here and just blow it off, because a lot of people do. They just blow it off, and it's called faith. It's called prayer. Faith and prayer get you through the whole time you're on earth. And if you hurt, well, you're hurting because you did something wrong.
Yeah.
You done something wrong to somebody, or you done something wrong to yourself.
So what do you think about all the blood spilled by the white man? Do you think there's like a curse?
No, it's no curse.
No
It's
curse?
meant to be. It's like us being right now being wiped out with this 60,000 that's done took out of the United States. Our human people are taken out like bubonic plague it did over there in where's that country over there they call it? Bubonic plague over there, those people, you know where I'm talking about, over there in other countries.
Yeah, I forget.
I can't get
Is
it's
it
on the end of my
France
tongue.
or someplace like
I've worked so hard to get things right. So anyhow,
yeah, my blood sugar's low too.
all these, the human race is always downsized, always downsized. You know, there's a lot to be said about the Holy Bible, because a lot of it is very much true, and I know it is, and it falls in place with the other beliefs. You know, like there'll be two in the field and one will be taken, and it's happening now. It's happening with this plague. We're losing our grandmother and grandfather over at the old folks' home, while we're walking around here don't think nothing about it. And so people are being downsized because of one reason or the other. It might be taking them out of pain. It might be taking them out of a lot of stuff, because the weak are leaving right now and the strong are surviving, and it's downsizing the population. So right now, I see a lot of downsizing with the population. So this gives them a place to go, stay apart, so they can sit over there and get to know. It brought families closer. I've seen probably 1,000 this month come through here.
Wow.
And I've given them cards. I went up and made cards of a map, small
Well,
map.
do you have a map of the place? Or?
It's a small map of,
okay.
map of the place. And one piece of paper for 1 mile, I've had to draw it in 3-dimensional for the city manager to show every square rock going all the way to the other end. That will go to the police station. Eric is the chief of police here in Tip City, as well as Tim Eggleson's the manager of Tip City. And these maps go to them, and they go to they copy them and send them down to their employees, and we're well focused on what's happening here. And if the police need be, they'll be here in 5 minutes. And but the people don't stop coming. You just keep waving, I keep waving, and it's been great. And it's been hard on me, because I get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like stiff as a rail. It's a scalding hot shower every night and every morning, and a whole lot of coffee to get me back out here, because every time I start to say, no, I'm not going, and I show up, we get these big, beautiful rocks, somebody helps us. Because I couldn't have done it by myself. I ain't strong enough, but,
yeah, sometimes dehydration will get you stiff, if you
well,
don't
I drink a lot of water out
Do
here.
you?
I drink cases of water, and it's like, it's emphysema I've had for the last
Yeah.
probably 20 years. I sanded sheetrock in West Palm for 30 years.
Okay.
So if you sand with a bandana over your mouth, it's
Oh.
like this disease
Got all
that's
stuff
going
in your
around.
lungs, yeah.
It's going to get in there. You can't stop it with a bandana.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
stop it with that stuff. If you're meant to get it, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you don't. And so that's the whole problem with the
Yeah, yeah.
situation. I'm not trying to beat the system. I am in the system. I did my 30 years. I did catch emphysema. I went in an MRI. I've got the best doctors. I see lung doctors every when they ask me to.
I know.
Primary doctor.
I know a guy that got his lungs. I know a guy that got his lungs healed.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
There's this guy. If you want to look up somebody really interesting on YouTube, look up a guy named Henry Groover.
Henry Groover.
Yeah, he recently died about 4 or 5 months ago. But he walked all over the world. He does a thing called prayer walking.
Prayer walking.
And his dad had lung problems all his life, and Henry was prayed for him out of compassion and totally healed. His lungs were totally healed.
I believe you'll go when you really want to go. I believe I'll go when I really want to go. But right now I really don't want to go. I want to build this before I go and give something. And like everything I got is willed to this. My body parts is willed to the other people to have them to go in their bodies to help them live. What's any good? What ain't good, just burn it and throw the ashes in with the trail, you know? And what I own in material objects, put it in the trail. Give somebody a shovel, a rake. Give them something to work with. Give them a weed eater. Let them work. Let them work and let them teach your children to work. Because I teach kids work. I taught them down here today. Now they're painting rocks. It's like, okay, painting rocks. And so then we got nurseries donating, like Spring Hill Nursery here in Tip City. The gentleman come down here and sat with me and had lunch and said, I'll bring you a truckload, and he did. And he'll probably maybe bring more, you know. So I don't undermine them. I put these 2 American flags up. This is government, because this is where the government helps me, and they'll be sitting here. And I kind of blocked it off for them to come move them open. They can sit up there, the officials. Down here where the logs are cut, that's where all the people sit. That's for Celtics, and that's Vikings, and that's the American flag down there. There's a couple Russian boys come through here, and they started, I said, you're more than welcome. You can put a Russian flag up there if you want. And they said, no, down. They put their thumbs down for Russia because they don't like living that way. They coming over here, and I don't blame them. You know, this is a place, you know, we help people, and we don't hurt them, and we're not being like North Korea and let our people starve to death in the street. You know, but what this epidemic has done is made the United States stronger than it's ever going to be. We're going to become the most powerful, more powerful than ever. It's like Trump. He's got to give them 52 million to another country on the third world so the disease don't come over here and kill us. He's got to give them 70 million over here so the disease don't come over here and kill us. But it's for other diseases. Indonesia's get some of the worst stuff. South Africa gets some of the worst stuff. We don't need it here. We done got an epidemic here. We don't need another epidemic on top of an epidemic. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, that could happen. So that's why they're dying off. Maybe that's why the Creator's taking these third world people, because we send them food. We send them a tractor. They can't use it. They don't know how. They can't read. They can't write. They can't do the manuals. They can't put gas in them. And they sit and starve to death and got the machines to live and can't, because they don't have the education. The Peace Corps and all these other churches put money into it, but half is scandal and half is not. You know, so damned if we do and damned if we don't. We don't know where to put the money. We don't know who to help. But I know when I walk down this trail and I see what it needs and we get it, I know Tim Eggleston was an honest man to help me do this with what happened here. And anybody that walks here will know that Joe Gibson, our mayor here, and our public officials here are very honest, good people. And I see a trail like this. It's a tribal. It's not religious. It's tribal, and it's a place that you can enjoy. I don't care who you are, come over here and sit and play a drum. That's what we want. Non-political, non-religious.
I'd like to see more history about all the Indian stuff that went on down here. Is that on the board back there?
Well, some of it is. And when I go over there to Columbus, she says, I got some stuff that will blow your mind about that trail over there. I'm telling you right now. But she said, because more went on there on the bloodbath back during the stagecoach days, they had stagecoach go up through here, and now it's a bike trail.
Wow.
And then up here, this is a canal lock, and they used to run boats up and down this. They used to turn them around right there. Used to be a dam.
Is that the canal right
That's
there?
the canal right there where the boats touch the lock.
Okay.
That's where the boat turned around. All this had dirt through here. They pulled the dirt out of here so you get Freeman's Frill. That used to be a tomatoes out there. This used to be a junkyard. So like Trump did down there at his golf course, I used to live down from there. This is garbage under here because people used to put it here. I mean, I found a lot of antiques I've dug out of the ground. But there's just so much I can do because of the emphysema slows me down.
Oh yeah.
And I steadily go sometimes daylight to dark, and I drink a lot of water, and I eat good 2 or 3 times out here. So it don't do me no good because of the emphysema and the work and the calories you burn doing this.
No, Roger.
So this is all right now it's going to grow in. But if this filming does any good on the internet,
yeah, I might stick it.
People know.
I can put it on YouTube.
You know what we was wanting to do is get Rusty Harden up here. I don't know if you know her. She's an artist. She lives up here in front of T&J Storage, and you'll see her sign, Rusty Harden, artist. You go in there, that's one of the best. That woman's the best artist and the best flute player. She used to play every day for her food there at Harrison's. People love to hear her. She plays. I play flute here.
Yeah, I live in Dayton.
So what happens is, we were going to get together with a camera like you got, and go through the trail and let me explain this trail.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
And let her play the flute. And
that'd be good.
And let you drive through and let
give like history of everything.
I'll sit over here with the hat on and say, you know, this is where we start, and this is the trail.
Yeah, that'd be good.
The trail of the people.
That'd be an excellent.
You know, you got Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
And then you got all kind of trails to go down in life.
That would be an excellent YouTube video.
Documentary on it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Old people love that.
Oh yeah.
That's like, wow.
You get a lot of hits on YouTube once
see
people.
Down through this trail. I mean, oh my gosh.
You see, you could even live stream.
Because I don't talk to people. I tell you what.
All you need is a phone and about a 50.
That's so cool.
Like this is all this is.
Attracted me because I'm looking it over. I can do that.
Yeah, you can see the little bit of the chat right here.
Wow.
The people that are actually talking. But I don't have a whole lot of people watching. I can't.
I've got 5 speed bikes like this.
But it's a thing called Twitch. You can take any phone and you can live stream.
Well, people, to me, I live as honest as I can. I've always been honest with people, and they've been honest with me, and I've not had a whole lot of trouble in life with people, and I believe what's right, and I believe you get what you put out. And when I look around me, I said, you know, I can't deny it.
Yeah.
I can't deny it, and I know that I'm doing the work of the Creator, because the Creator made us to be creators. And that's what we're here for. Just like you created this.
Yeah.
Just like you created you a life with a family somewhere. Just like you created your death when it does come. And we create our own little way in life.
Yep, you write your own story every day. You wake up, you're the author of your life. You write whatever story you want to write.
The autobiography is amazing what you can do.
I mean,
and I meet so many people who come up that trail to the Buckeye Trail. And then I meet so many.
Oh, is that the Buckeye Trail?
They go to Buckeye Trail. They say that's part of it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they say it is. And they'll say, well, I got to get water, and I hand them water. I got water up here, and they don't want to drink out of the creek because it's artesian. It's artesian wells all the way across.
Wow.
That's capped off on them yellow pipes right there. That guy, he circles around 2 or 3 times on that bike.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he owns a bike shop in town.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he does works on the bike. He'll make you anything you want for that bike.
Yeah.
So
I'm just about ready for a couple new tires.
Yeah.
Just about.
I'll take it right. He's gonna come to your bike shop and get 2 new tires.
Might be. He looks like he's serious about his workout.
Yes, sir. He's from Italy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, his wife is too. They're from their daughter. They're all from Italy. He's a good guy.
No.
Watch him go up that hill.
Wow.
No, watch him go on up there. He's wore out.
This is the first time I only rode my bike 3 times last year.
Watch him go up there. Watch him. He's throwing it down in gears right now. Come on up here a little bit.
Yeah, I can see him.
Look at him.
He's in shape.
Did he go up that hill or what?
This is only the first time I've rode my bike this year, and I got about.
Down there right up that hill.
Let me see how.
That man's in shape too.
I gotta see how far away I am. I gotta get back before dark.
Me too. I'm heading that way now. I'm getting kind of wore down.
Let's see, I got...
Glad you come by and slow me down a little bit. I'm getting wore out.
Let's see how far I got to go before I get back home. Well, I got 5 miles I got to ride back before it gets dark.
It's a mile from that post.
Oh, is it?
The top of that
I'm
over there.
going to come down here.
Yeah, anytime. Come anytime. They put my pyramid block here. They put their names on it.
I only work 3 days a week now. And
yeah, everybody ain't working no more. It's just a thing.
I'm your age. I'm 61.
Yeah.
I'll be 62 in October.
There you go. October? Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm born Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
So you just turned 61 then.
Yeah. So
I'll be 60.
Nice. I don't care getting old.
I'll be 62 in 20 weeks.
That's great. I mean, to me, it's great that you can live to be older.
Yeah.
Because what I've achieved here, I knew what was going to happen with my age catching up, plus the people coming in.
I mean, you seem healthy. I mean, I know you probably a little.
I'm healthy. I'm strong as can be. I picked up big rocks.
Just as long as you got energy, that's all that counts.
It's the power inside the body and your mental. And see, I don't have any children. My wife couldn't have kids. I married at 20 years old to a woman at 40 for the simple fact not to have kids. Because I didn't want any kids.
Yeah, I understand that.
And
I don't have any kids either.
Well, my mom and dad were Klansmen.
Oh, okay.
And I left home early because they were mean, they were hating.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why I got love over there on the ground. It's not about hate, it's about love. Love will keep you alive. Just people will love you to the end.
Yeah.
I have people that love me now, but I don't love them that good, but they love me. And so it helps. They pray. I have a lot of good Christians pray for me. I don't mind.
No, I'll pray for your lungs.
If you're a pagan or a Christian, I don't care.
I actually seen Jesus in a vision when I was 40 years ago, and you know, he looked like you a little bit, very similar.
Oh yeah.
When I saw him in a vision, like, have you ever seen the shroud?
Well, I've been resurrected.
Have you ever seen the shroud of Turin?
Have
you ever seen the shroud of Turin? It looks just like you. So it was the wrapping thing of Jesus, but if you look at it, it looks just like you. You look just like the vision of Jesus I saw.
Favorite that day.
You look very similar to him.
Crying. Bye-bye. You come back.
But it was nice meeting you, Roger. I got to get going before it gets dark.
You take care.
It was an honor to meet you.
Well, I've been around a lot of Native American Indian chiefs and a lot of shaman healers, and I've been through a lot of sweat lodges and a lot of a lot of people, and I've been sanctified and glorified in the ways of the world, and pipe ceremonies and the Black Elk Lakota people know me very well. They all know me. They look at me as a shaman, as a healer. That when you're touched in 7 days, something good's going to come to you in 7 days. So, coming out of them burning hot sweat lodges, 4 hours of burning hell.
Do you have any visions or anything when you're in there? Or?
Well, everything I've seen is where I'm at today, from 25 years ago. So I've seen standing here with you 25 years ago. So it's like when I get up at 2 or 3 o'clock, I do past, present, and future writings.
Oh, do you?
Briefings of what will come today. And if I ask for it, it will come. Because I've never asked for nothing. It's always been given. So them big houses, I'd be putting in 700, 1,200 boards. I'd have to tape them with machine tools, and no help. Nobody would work that good. And they got to be top quality, perfect houses. And these big mansions I did down in Palm Beach, that's why they kept me busy 30 years.
Wow.
And all that money, I made around $2 million.
Did you?
And it made a lot of money, but I paid taxes.
Yeah.
And all the tax money went in, and now the SSDI pays good check. Everything's on auto pay. I never see no money. I got a pile of plastic cards in the pocket, and it all goes in the wind. So if I needed something, I just asked. I asked in prayer for something. It comes. It'd be within a week. Nothing comes real fast. It's like the city. Nothing comes real fast. And if it's something really good, it's going to take a little while. So it's just like waiting on marrying somebody. You better get to know them first, or they might wipe you out.
Make sure
cause you mental anguish you can't believe.
Make sure you get that documentary thing, get that
it's
together.
Coming, and a lot of it is going to go in that up there, that side thing.
And make sure you put it on YouTube and put it your name so I can look it up. Roger Presley.
I can show you. Let me go up here and show you a map I just made. This
Okay.
Go in there on both sides.
Oh,
I made
okay.
it for already.
I'd like to see that.
I just got to wait to get the key because he's going to bring it Monday. See, they ain't never seen none of this I built, so they don't come Monday.
Okay, thank him. Okay, I will. He's the same age as me. Actually, he's younger than me by a little bit, about 6 months.
See, the people are missing this because he goes in that up there below everything else, and all this epidemic hit, and they couldn't have it.
I'll put the map on my screen here, and I can take a screenshot of it on my computer.
This is
when I
it.
get
This
home.
is the real stuff right here.
Okay, it's right
when
here.
you see that, all the Indian streets is there, where Wind Ridge is, everything. Everything is there.
There's.
I put the Indians on there. I put the foundation, the
So where's
.com for the foundation.
Is the trail the black in black?
The trail, right here, Roger Presley Trail.
The black printing.
In the black printing right here, Roger Presley.
So
Here's
where are
the
we at right?
foundation.
Where are we at right now? Right here.
We're right there in Parkwood.
Okay.
Right there, Parkwood.
Okay.
See them dots? Those dots?
Mhm.
This is the trail of dots.
Okay.
And the trail of dots over here is 571. You'll parallel and come up through here to 202. And 202 goes straight up north.
Okay, I live off 202.
Okay, right there's 202. Goes right into Huber Heights down south. But
So as far as the trail, how does it loop around back to here again?
no, it just go no, it don't.
It doesn't.
You go in, you come back.
Oh, okay. What's that guy? Is that part of the trail where the guy comes out on the bike there?
He went around. He goes down that road.
Uh huh.
See them cars?
Yeah.
He went down this road, went down the canal lot part, comes down on 571 and comes back through the trail. And he loves it. He's riding that back green road down on the low part. That's where the paramedics and police come in.
Okay. Yeah, I got
Up here at Wind Ridge, straight across, you'll see Comanche over there. Comanche, you'll see the names of the Indians.
Okay, and then here's the bike trail here in orange, right? The bike trails that I'm on is orange. Okay.
You'll see a man up there on the bike. See him up there?
Uh huh. Yeah. Okay.
You see hikers down here on my trail.
Okay.
See a guy down fishing down in here.
Okay.
It's divided into 5-dimensional trail.
Okay. I got it.
So that 5 dimensions, we got different names. Them maps will go below those maps. See, that's a wobbler bird. There's 40 different species of them. And that's the Indian that got them all their horses and guns back and their elk skins during the westerns of John Wayne and everybody.
Yeah.
And he's actually an Italian called
Yeah.
Chief Arnaz.
Yeah, I've looked him up before.
Yeah, Chief Arnaz, he was a great guy.
Yeah.
And he's as much Indian as any Indian can be. Because in the belief of any natives, if your family was dead, if you died, they replace you with another person. The Indian people did. So it worked. So,
Well, if I got to get back before dark, so like I said, it was nice meeting you. I better get out of here. Yeah, with this virus thing, I guess you shouldn't touch it, right?
No, you shouldn't touch. But it's good talking to you because you're interested, and it might help the negative 25% that don't like the 75% of this trail. Because they think you ought to fence it off and nobody come down.
Why would they fence it off?
Because they're alcoholics sitting at the VA and they're sitting over here at the Eagles and they're sitting in 2 bars.
Oh,
and they come down here and fish and I destroyed their little fishing place.
Oh, okay.
That's where they can pull the 22 up, kill every rabbit and squirrel and snake around them. And now they're just now flourishing back because people don't kill when I'm down here.
Oh, okay.
I went and got a CCW permit and carry a 380 and a 22 most of the time. And so I told them, I said, we're going to have a shootout. I said, you keep it up. So that's why I work with narcotics. And I told them, I said, you go to jail, you start firing up the weed, and you start doing coke.
Wow.
You're coming down that trail drunk. And I told them to put them dogs on leashes and quit scaring old people with them.
Yeah.
And the babies.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have a place to go.
Yeah.
This is it. This is sanctuary.
Yep.
I'm going to make it like a church, like an outside church.
Oh, cool.
For all the people, you know.
Cool.
That's why when I get that, if I do get stimulus money and I'm still alive, I'm going to donate it to the kids. Give them drums and give the people tools to keep the place there. That's all you got to leave in life. If you leave it for other stuff, people just squander it and waste it. But you leave it for 2 reasons. Things that will help the youth. And it's drums, it's guitars, it's Give them music. Give them a place to go outside. It's in every state and it's in every town. It's just nobody wants to look it up.
One of my friends in here's laughing. He says shootout. He's laughing.
Huh?
He's laughing about you saying you'll have a shootout.
Shoot up.
No, he was laughing because you said you're gonna have a shootout with him.
Yeah, because it ain't right for people to come down here and disregard what's wrong and kill everything they see just because they can't, and leave all the garbage lay on the bank and floating down the river. They ain't nobody want to live. You know who lives like that? Sloppy drunks that live in these houses, and their house is just as nasty as what they left in the woods. And I don't want them down here. And if I catch them down here, they're going to go to jail. They're going to get a fine. And if they want to shoot out, we'll shoot it out. I'm just like, well, I have no problem with that.
I don't want to read you on the news with a shootout, so just try to stay cool. I try to
keep the peace.
That's it.
They got their little places, sanctuary, and their little bars, and their nightclubs.
Yep.
And they got their own woods over there, so I wish them the best.
We don't need no more bloodshed.
I ain't gonna wish nobody bad. I mean, they done been through enough bad, ain't we all?
We don't need no more bloodshed down
just
this
living's
way.
hard.
Enough Indian blood's been shed down.
It ain't just the Indian blood. It's just life is hard no matter how you look at it.
Anyways, nice meeting you.
Right, same here. You take care, and I'll see you again when I see you.
Yep.
I'm glad you come by. You helped me rest. I'm getting tired of that pickaxe.
Yeah, that's hard work. That's how I dug my pond, was with pickaxe.
But I'll be stronger tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a good one.
That's like that sign they say, free beer tomorrow.
Yeah.
Free work tomorrow, right here.
Yeah. Have a good one. Nice meeting you. Okay. Maybe I should stop the stream just so I can put that like on an archive. Like a YouTube video type thing. I'm going to stop the stream. And I'm going to restart it just so I can archive this.